Alright guys, welcome back. This is the final video in the Mortal Kombat 2 restoration. The last piece I was waiting on finally arrived today, courtesy of our friend Army Striker 28. I believe it's 28. I could be wrong, I'm going off memory, but our friend Army Striker 28, if that's correct, if not, I'm sorry. But he had an extra CPO he was able to part with and sent it off to me because the one that I bought originally off eBay was too purple. I don't know if you recall me talking about it in one of the earlier restoration videos for this MK2, but it was too purple and I scrapped it and I got one printed up here locally and it was the right color but too dark, so I had to scrap it too. And I bought another one on eBay, but it was out of Canada, from a seller out of Canada, and it took I think 11 days before he finally shipped it. And I paid to have it express mail overnight, and it's been 2 more days, so it's been almost 2 weeks and I don't have it yet. But luckily Army Striker 28 came through and he had an extra one, sent it to me 2 days. I got it in 2 days. Got it installed and it looks fantastic. So many thanks to him. And now this project is complete. New buttons, new joysticks, new Lexan, new security screws, a new CPO. We all know about the new front decal. I got the coin door lights wired up. If you recall, it had absolutely no wiring inside this machine for anything going to the coin door. Coin mechanism wiring, coin door lights, coin door... Actually, the entire, these brackets were missing, the lights were missing, the wiring was missing. Nothing was here, it was completely gone. So on my dedicated MK2 JAMA harness that I think I have 2 of them extra, and one of the extra ones I had, I threw it in here, and it had all the connectors. Let me get out of the light here. It had 2 connectors. I'm sorry, yeah, the 2 connectors here to run to for all the wiring to go to here. So I robbed all this from my Golden T 2005. Now the reason I did that is because on the MK4 I robbed this this closeout piece, and no, this closeout piece was here. It was this closeout piece. I don't remember shit. I robbed something from the Golden T 2005 for the MK4 because it was missing the push button for the coin eject, and it was missing one of these closeouts, and it was missing the entire coin mechanism. I stole all that from the Golden T, and I figured, hell, you know, since I stole that, I might as well take the rest of it. So the Golden T 2005 doesn't have any, it has the coin mechanisms, but it's missing, I believe it's missing this piece, this closeout bezel. It's missing this plastic red eject button, and now it's missing the 2 brackets, the 2 lights. And I think that's all I robbed from it. But I was able to get it all wired up on here, and I got myself a switch here for the service menu. You really can't see it, I'm in the light again. Right here, I got a switch here for the service menu, which I'm in right now. So everything's wired up here for the coin door. I got a sticker there for the 2 credits to start, 2 to continue. And I got them on all the machines, the MK1 here. It won't fit on the coin door because it's too wide and it covers up the lock, so it has to go up there. But I got one on the MK1, on the MK2, MK3, the UMK3, and the MK4, so I got all those. So now that this is done, all 5 MK machines again. MK1, 2, 3, Ultimate 3, and 4. So it's like deja vu. It's been almost I think 2.5 years since I had all these machines, maybe 2 years. It's been a while, so... flashback a couple of years ago, I had this exact setup, but now I have a better setup because originally the UMK3 machine was my main cabinet before I converted it over to the NFL Blitz cabinet. And then the MK3 here was the MK4 I converted to MK3, so I have 5 dedicated Mortal Kombat machines in here. This was MK4 converted to 3, so technically it's not dedicated MK3, but for my intents and purposes it is. I mean, I got all the dedicated artwork, sides, marquee, control panel, we all know all about that. So as far as I'm concerned, semantically speaking, it's a dedicated MK3. So I have all 5 dedicated Mortal Kombat machines. And then in the garage I have the Golden T 2005. At my parents' house I have my Star Trek 25th Anniversary pinball machine, my stand-up Mega Touch Max Emerald Edition, and my cousin's house has the MAME cabinet. So that's all the machines I have, but I'll go through and have all these on and we'll play a little bit and all that stuff like I did beforehand. But for now I want to finish talking about the MK2. It's now 100% fully restored, and it turned out better than the original one I had, so I can't say enough good things about it. And I have the Challenger ROMs installed, as we can see right there, so I will turn the light out. But let me go over the cabinet here first. I mean, it is turned out quite nice. New T-molding, new front decal. I talked about corridor lights and the sticker and a new CPU and buttons and joysticks and Lexan, and the instruction card is new old stock from that stockpile of extra decals I had. The monitor is the K7000 that was out of my MAME cabinet because I put the that 25-inch MacVision in the MAME cabinet. I haven't made a video of that because I haven't really had time, plus my cousin has had his sister over and her kids, and they've all been down there in the basement where the machine is, so it's kind of hard to get down there and make a video. So, but I ordered another brand new 25-inch MacVision. It's going to go in the MK1, and this is going to go in my Neo Geo because the Neo Geo monitor won't display the top 1.5 inches of the screen, and it's not a problem with the monitor. I believe it's a problem with the. Well, no, I think it is a problem with the monitor, but we'll talk about that later. But I'm taking this monitor out of here because it looks fantastic. It's going to go in the Neo Geo. And the one in the Neo Geo is going to become a spare. When I get that MacVision, guaranteed, I will put it in here and show you how it all turns out. So that's what's going to happen with this. But for now, this is the K7000 out of the MAME cabinet because I put that MacVision in it. So now I put it in here instead because the one that came in here had that. It was a 25-inch. What was it? It was the Hunter-X Polo. It was the original Hunter-X Polo that was in here, and it was in vertical collapse, and it had fantastic screen burn. If you recall the first restoration video I made in this series. So I took the MAME cabinet monitor out and put it in here, and it looks awesome. It doesn't need to be adjusted. I went back before I actually put it in the machine. I adjusted red, green, and blue, and the focus and the screen and brightness and contrast, and it looks awesome. So I will not be needing to mess with this at all. So let's turn the light out. We can see how it looks. This monitor's badass. I almost didn't want to take it out. I almost wanted to leave it in the MAME cabinet and put my MacVision in the MK2, but I didn't know how it was going to end up looking, so I went ahead and just put it in the MAME cabinet, mostly because I don't have to worry about the 31 kilohertz, 15 kilohertz, soft 15 kilohertz, arcade VGA, all that bullshit. So I just put it in there and it'll automatically cycle and find 15 or 31 kilohertz. So I'll talk about how that needs to be set and all the differences, what goes on with all that when I get the MK1, the new one for the MK1. So anyway, one-handed? Hell yeah! I did all that one-handed. Alright, there's one more thing. I mentioned about a power switch. There's no power switch up here. It's just an empty hole. So instead of wiring up wires all the way to the top of the thing and putting a switch in and all that bullshit, I just went ahead and wired I bought a $5 extension cord and cut it up and spliced it in and run it around to here. So to turn the machine off, you just unplug it. So it's good enough. So that's it. There you go. Thanks for watching and following along with these restoration videos, and we will see you next time.